the Dowlings overdrawn again?
By several $100s. I'd call him, but this is so awkward, sister.
Well, don't call. And don't worry, I'll straighten out St. Michael's books and I'll bring him back first thing tomorrow.
I appreciate this, Sister Stephanie. Thank you.
No problem. I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Pearson.
All right. Oh!
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm all right. I'm okay.
Oh, dear. Are you all right?
I'm fine. Actually, what I am is embarrassed. Could you help me up?
Oh, of course. Here. Shouldn't be embarrassed. I ran into you.
Actually, I kind of enjoyed it. It's not every day I get to have a woman fall all over me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should introduce myself.
Your sister, Stephanie, from St. Michael's Parish. I'm psychic. No, actually, I couldn't help but overhear. I'm Nick Moran.
Hi.
You don't feel like a nun.
Well, what I am is a klutz. Listen, can I help you? Can I drive
No, I
you
have a
home?
friend coming to pick me up in a couple of minutes.
All right, I am so sorry.
Don't worry about it. No harm done.
Okay.
Hope to see you again, but next time wear a bell so I can hear you coming.
Okay. I'll have bells on. It was nice bumping into you, Mr. Moran.
Nick! Take care of yourself, Stephanie.
It's all there when it balances.
Sister Stephanie, what would Father Dowling do without you?
Well, he takes pretty good care of me, too, Mr. Pearson. Thanks. Bye.
Goodbye, sister.
Ding, 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 ding.
Stephanie? With bells on!
Yeah, how are you?
Good. Lost, but good.
Well, what can I do to help?
I can never find the safe deposit vault. Maybe you could point me in the right direction.
I'll do better than that. I'll take you there myself.
Excellent.
My friends call me Steve.
Goodbye, Mr. Allen. Have a nice weekend.
Hi.
Sister Stephanie, it's so nice to see you.
Thanks.
Good morning, Mr. Moran. What brings you here, sister?
She was kind enough to lead me in the right direction. After I'd been a customer a little longer, I'll know my way around.
Any of us will be happy to help you, Mr. Moran. Why don't you step in?
Oh, you're gonna hate me, Miss Higgins, but I lost my key.
No problem, Mr. Moran. We'll be happy to issue you another key. I'll get the forms.
Thanks.
Tell me the truth, Stephanie. She made a face, right? What happened?
Power failure. The lights are out.
Stay put.
Now, Nick's got 2 minutes. Okay, turn it back on.
There you are. Lights are back on.
Light or dark, it's all the same to me.
Oh, just what we need. A power failure on Friday. You two okay?
Yeah.
Good. We have to run a systems check, Sister Stephanie. I'm sorry, but would you mind coming back?
Nick?
This bank's exciting. What with women falling all over me and sirens blaring, I can't wait to come back.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
There's a man waiting to see you. He seems real upset. His name's Bowles.
Ian Bowles?
Yeah, that's the one. He's in the study.
Come on, Steve. Mr. Bowles, I'm Father Dowling, and this is Sister Stephanie.
Hello.
We met at the bishop's lunch last week.
Oh, yes.
Please excuse this unannounced visit, but I have a serious problem.
How can I help you?
There was a theft from my safe deposit box this morning. Miss Higgins told me the only two customers at the safe deposit area were Sister Stephanie and a blind man.
Well, what makes you think the theft took place today?
Yesterday, I put the item that was lost in my safe deposit box at closing time. Last night, I put the key in the desk. This morning, the key was missing. Now the item is missing.
Steve, you know who this man is or where we can find him?
No, all I know his name is Nick. I don't know where he lives.
Call me if you remember anything. The item that was lost is of the utmost importance to me, and I want it back. Thank you both.
Frank, this guy Nick, when I was helping him up, I saw him keep from hitting his head on the table. He kind of ducked.
Maybe Mr. Bowles is right.
Well, I gotta go make a statement to the police.
I just saw Ian Bowles getting into a limousine. He was here at St. Michael's.
Briefly.
What did he want? What is he giving you?
He's not giving us anything.
Come on, Frank. Ian Bowles, mega millionaire known for his philanthropy. Last year, when the bishop made him Diocese Layman of the Year, St. Patrick's got a new bus and St. Tim's got a new wing. So, what is it?
We could use a new vacuum cleaner.
Mr. Bowles was here for personal reasons.
He's a personal friend? Frank, I'm impressed. Wait a minute, I've got an idea. The bishop's birthday celebration's coming up. I've been in charge of the festivities. We'll turn his birthday party into a fundraiser for the homeless, and you'll ask Mr. Bowles to be chairman. People will donate like crazy.
I'll ask him no such thing. He's got a lot on his mind.
Oh, please, Frank, you must. It's charity. The bishop would love it.
Are you coming, Frank?
Oh, yes. Excuse us.
A new car? A new rectory?
With a self-cleaning oven?
Father, Sister Stephanie.
Nancy,
Church business, I hope.
Well, not really.
we came to ask you about the theft from the safe deposit box at First National Bank.
What theft?
Father Dowling, sister.
Mr. Bowles, why didn't you report your theft to the police?
Please, be seated. I don't know what to say.
This missing item, is it something that might embarrass you?
Very astute, Father. It's a journal. Actually, it's a diary of various romantic liaisons I've had with several ladies. Several of these ladies are married. They're all wealthy and socially prominent. And I must protect their reputations.
You've got your own to look after, too.
I don't deny that. I'd like to think that I've given something back to this community. So you can understand why I can't go to the police.
Don't you realize that whoever has that diary is going to blackmail you?
Yeah, you got a really big problem.
I know. And I'm certain that you understand that what I've told you is in the strictest of confidence. You can't reveal this to anyone.
Mr. Bowles, you're tying our hands.
So be it. This is a matter of ethics, Father. I have your word and sister's that this will go no further.
You leave us no choice. Do you suppose that Mr. Bowles has already been contacted by whoever stole his book?
Well, if he has, he's not going to tell us.
Who would imagine that Ian Bowles could live such a lurid secret life, huh?
Not the bishop, or he wouldn't have made him layman of the year.
Yeah. At least he's trying to protect the women he's befriended.
I just can't imagine that Nick had anything to do with this, Frank.
I sure hope you're right.
There's only one way to find out. We gotta find Nick. So if you could give me Nick Moran's home address, I really want to take those forms over to him myself.
He's not a member of your parish?
Well, I don't even know if he's Catholic. We just ran into each other.
That's nice that you wanted to help him. If only there were more people like you, sister. I'll have it for you in a second.
Thanks. Oh, stop frowning, Frank. We knocked.
We always knock. If we're gonna look around the room, let's do it fast. This is a mob hotel.
Yeah, I know. The guy at the desk didn't even bother to hide his gun. The lobby looks like a hooker convention. I'm gonna check the bathroom.
Closet's empty. No clothes, nothing.
Toothbrush and a razor.
Your friend travels light.
The desk clerk tell me you're looking for Nick Moran.
That's right.
He don't live here anymore, so you got nobody to visit.
Oh, well, in that case, we'll be leaving.
Right behind you, Frank.
Mr. Farina, Nick had a couple of visitors.
I doubt that Nick Moran is blind.
What do you mean, Frank?
A blind man would not have a room on the 3rd floor. He'd want to be on the ground floor in case of fire. And in his room, there was an open magazine on the table next to his bed.
Frank, why would Nick pretend to be blind?
Well, what better way to learn the layout of a bank that you were planning to rob in the dark? He probably rented that room so he'd have an address to give to the bank.
Listen, I know it doesn't look good for Nick, but I just have this feeling that he's not such a bad guy.
So far, the evidence says he is.
Hi, Phil.
There you are.
Oh, Father Pressry?
I was so lost and thought I didn't hear you come in. Have you spoken to Mr. Ian Bowles?
Not about the bishop's birthday, no.
Priorities, Frank. We want the bishop blowing out candles with a smile on his face.
What's this?
I've been searching my mind for a theme for the bishop's birthday fundraiser. Something punchy that would entice Ian Bowles. I've got it. From Wall Street to your street. We're bullish on charity.
It certainly has punch.
Sister Stephanie, what do you think?
I think it's time to get the oil changed in the car.
While you're at it, have Mr. Moneybags donate a lemon pie. Father Prestwick just ate the last piece.
Wonderful sense of humor.
All set, sister.
How much do I owe you, Mike?
Rosary will do it.
Thanks. Bye. Hey, Nick.
I've been thinking about you.
Me too. You know, there was a robbery at the bank, safe deposit box, when the power went out.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I didn't hear or sense anything odd, did you?
Pretty hard to hear anything with those sirens blaring.
You know, Nick, when the lights went out, I reached for your arm, but you weren't there. Where were you?
Doing what I was taught to do. You see, I learned that when there's a problem in public, you head for the nearest wall. That way you don't get trampled by all you seeing types who tend to panic.
Smart. I got kind of worried about you, you know, and I asked the bank for your address, and I went to your hotel.
You didn't. I'm so embarrassed.
Why?
Because I didn't know what kind of place it was until a friend came to pick me up. He told me I was staying with ladies of the night, of the morning, and of the late afternoon.
Yeah. So you didn't know?
I guess I should have been able to tell by the perfume, but... Stephanie, I can't see. But I know you're... beautiful.
How do you know that?
Instinct. I don't know how I know. I just know.
Well, listen, I gotta get back to the rectory. Do you need a lift or anything?
No, thanks. The friend I'm staying with for a couple of days is picking me up at the bus stop.
Okay.
You take care of yourself, Stephanie.
You too, Nick.
She bought my story.
You sure?
She's a nun. She'll believe anything.
You sure know how to pick him. Let's make the deal. Mr. Bowles, Sam Farina. I'm calling to invite you to a party tomorrow. I'll send my limo for you. No, Mr. Bowles, you don't have a prior commitment. You're going to enjoy this party. We're going to exchange gifts. You bring $10 million, and I'll return your missing property. I thought you'd be interested. Prove that I have the item? Certainly. In my hand, I have a red leather-bound volume. Few pages, but interesting reading. Inside, names and dates. Oh, look. That's enough? Good. I'll see you tomorrow. Your driver's name is Harry. The great Ian Bowles. We stopped him cold. Lock up in here, Nick, all right?
Okay, Sam.
Looking for someone, sister?
Oh, no. No. Actually, my car broke down outside.
You're in trouble.
Who gives you the right to break into my house?
I know everything. I know you got Ian Bowles' book. I know you're going to blackmail him.
You know a lot, don't you,
Yeah,
sister?
I do.
Too damn much for your own good.
You're not going to get away with this. You're going to go to jail.
Like hell I am. Sam.
She's a nun.
No, she's trouble, Nick. The kind of trouble that puts you away for the rest of your life. You want that, Nick? No. But we don't have to do it like this.
What's the matter with you, Nick? You've always taken care of my trouble for me.
All you've ever asked me is who and where.
Well, this time's different.
Why, because she's a nun?
Because it doesn't make any sense to kill her. What's she gonna prove? She can't even prove she was in this house.
She'll talk, Nick.
So what if she does? Who's gonna believe her? Bowles isn't gonna back up her story. People are gonna think she's just some flaky nun who's read too many detective novels.
No, she's trouble. She'll talk. People will listen. You take care of her. That's an order.
You gotta get out of here before they come back.
Nick,
Now!
Listen to me. Thank
You sure scared the hell out of her.
Nicely done. The rest's up to you.
Worst part is that I trusted him, Frank. I even admired him.
I had a friend who was fooled once by a married sailor in Cleveland. But there was a war on.
I know you're upset about
He
this.
made a fool out of me. We should call the police.
We can't.
Frank, I told you, Ian Bowles is being held up for $10 million.
I know. But despite that, we gave Mr. Bowles our word of honor. And until he releases us from that bond, we can't talk to anyone, including the police.
Maybe you can, but I can't.
Steve, are you that upset about Nick Moran?
What do you mean?
I've never known you to go back on your word.
Oh, Frank. Well, we can't let Ian Bowles just get ripped off by Sam Farina. It's not right.
Steve, the only thing we can do is go and see Mr. Bowles, try and reason with him, and maybe talk him into going to the police.
Excuse me for not knocking, but I'm so excited. Here is a nomination for a papal knighthood for Mr. Ian Bowles, signed by the bishop himself. That'll do it, Frank.
Well, let's not be so hasty, Father Prestwick. You know, a papal knighthood, that's a very serious honor, and Mr. Bowles is well, he has so many awards.
Frank, you're a babe in the woods when it comes to politics. The idea is that we give Mr. Bowles his nomination at the bishop's birthday celebration. Understand what that means?
Better than you do.
Stephanie,
What are you doing here?
We have to talk.
No, we don't.
Stephanie, I got you into
You
this.
call me Steve or you call me sister.
Steve's a guy's name. You're no guy.
and the sister part doesn't feel right to me.
You're gonna talk to me about feelings after what you put me through?
Look, I know how it seems, but I really care about what happens to you, and this Ian Bowles situation is more dangerous than you know.
So now you're saying that you're worried about me?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
well, I'm sorry if I don't fall for it this time, Nick.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm telling the truth this time, and you know it.
Who are you? What are you about?
Who I am isn't important, and you already know what I'm about.
You grew up on the South Side, right? And your parents were probably nightmares, right?
Talking to me like a kid.
Look, I was a bad kid. I hung out with guys that stopped caring about themselves. They stopped caring about other people. They walked around empty, you know? Those are bad guys, Nick. I look at you and... you're one of the good guys.
Is it your job to find the good in everybody? None rule number one? Well, you made a mistake about me. I'm exactly what you see. And I'm good at it.
Have your way, Nick.
Sorry I disappoint you.
I saw you light that candle. Who's that for?
A liar.
Did you get that none off our backs?
I hope so.
You better do more than hope. You better make sure. You want her?
Thanks, no. Good night, Sam.
Mr. Bowles, we know about your deal with Sam Farina.
Who told you?
That's not important. What is important is that you go to the police right now.
Not on your life, sister.
Sam Farina's a dangerous man.
The guy plays hardball.
And I don't? Let me tell you something, sister. Men like Sam Farina, they're pikers. Real sharks are on Wall Street. I mean, they strip you down to the bone in 10 seconds and they don't stop moving. I've dealt with sharks all my life, and I have always come out on top. I'm not afraid of a cheap hood like Farina.
Is that why you're paying him $10 million for a diary?
You even know how much. I'm impressed. I've written checks for $60 million. I can hand over 10 without blinking.
Yeah, but you don't understand. Sam Farina is a killer.
I'm not interested in continuing this discussion now, if you'll excuse me.
You can't do this.
I am doing it, Father Dowling.
I'll go to the police.
And I'll deny everything. Father, I know how to get what I want. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Good luck, Mr. Bowles.
Like he just doesn't realize what he's getting himself into.
Oh, yes, he does. He's wearing a gun.
What?
I felt it when he started to leave.
Well, what if he tries some crazy cowboy maneuver?
Well, then he's going to get himself killed. Steve, we got to do something.
Yeah, I gotta get that book. This sounds like some ritzy party Sam Farina's throwing.
With a $10 million payoff, you can afford it. Now, you sure you know where Mr. Bowles' book is?
Yes, I know exactly. I saw where they put it in the den, Frank. Now, this would be a lot easier if Nick hadn't locked that door.
Yeah, well, when I get inside, I'll unlock it. You go in, get the book, and I want you out of there by 5 o'clock. How do I look? Is this too tight?
No, you look great.
I borrowed it from Father McGuire. You sure I look all right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Mm-hmm.
How are you getting in?
Well, I arranged it with the band leader. He's an old friend of mine.
You got a lot of friends, Frank.
God has been good to me.
He's our vocalist.
I am?
Well, are you or aren't you?
Yes, I'm the vocalist.
You can sing, can't you?
We're going to find out, aren't we? And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard someone whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. May I take a break?
Take your time.
Man, sit.
I've been asked to read a few announcements. Everybody here would like to welcome back Philly Scalia, who just returned from an extended stay in Joliet.
Love you, Philly.
Welcome home, Philly. The Friday night poker game at Jake Sloan's house has been canceled on account of Jake's sudden disappearance. Poker next Friday at Tommy's. Leo Summers is selling his car. It's in perfect condition, except for 3 holes in the hood.
I'll go get it.
Hey, where you going?
Well, I'm just taking a break.
Take your time.
$10 million. You want to count it?
No need, Mr. Bowles.
My property?
Certainly. Then we can enjoy the rest of the party.
You can enjoy the party, Mr. Farina. I don't socialize with your kind.
Whatever you wish, Mr. Bowles.
Harry, you moved the book?
No.
Nick?
No.
We got a small problem here.
What are you saying?
The book's gone.
What the hell is this?
It's got to be here. Give us a few minutes.
Find it and call me.
What the hell's going on?
A few minutes ago, I was standing out on the balcony. Thought I saw that nun climbing over the wall.
Why don't you stop her?
What could I do? She was already gone.
This is it. I had enough. Go get that book and get rid of that nun now.
I hear you.
We need to talk.
Tried calling Mr. Bowles at home. He doesn't answer.
You better keep trying.
Yeah. Let's see. No, you don't. Not till I get through it. There might be some explicit details.
About these women that trust Mr. Bowles?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be...
What?
Steve, take a look at this.
Well, there are names in here, all right. There are numbers, too. And dates. Frank, this is a ledger. Well, these people pay Bowles a lot of money. I wonder why.
I'll tell you why. You see these letters next to the names? Those are stock market symbols. I think our friend Mr. Bowles is an inside trader.
You mean that people pay him for information on what's going on in his company?
That's right. And insider trading is very lucrative and very illegal. And first thing in the morning, I think we ought to get this to Sergeant Clancy. Steve, you look tired. Why don't you go home and get some sleep, huh?
Okay, I'm gonna stop by the church first. Good night, Frank.
Good night.
Oh, you know what? You made my day today.
How's that?
You sang my favorite song.
Blue moon. Da 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 dee 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 da da.
Stephanie, for God's sake, give me the book.
I can't. I know everything, Nick. I know this is all about some deal that you helped pull off.
A very big deal. I don't know how much longer I can protect you.
Mr. Bowles lied. You lied. I'm losing my instincts, Nick. Who'd have thought that Steve Oskowski would let himself get conned twice in 1 week?
Stephanie.
Sister Stephanie, okay? Just leave me alone.
Give me the book.
Hiya, Nick.
Harry, what are you doing here?
Sam sent me. Where's the book?
It's in the rectory. Let's go get it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that, but first, you got some business. What's the matter, Nick? Need some help?
Since when do I need help? It's my job. I'll do it.
Oh, my God, Nick.
I'm all right. Just help me up. I gotta go.
You can't. You're bleeding.
I'll make it.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Steal.
Clancy, all the information you need is right here.
Thank you, Father Dowling. We're getting warrants for both Sam Farina, Andy, and Bowles. They might just end up cellmates. Good night.
All right. Are you okay? He'll take care of himself, Steve.
I know. I just hope he's all right. Time to go.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you, Frank. I'll see you tomorrow.
Where's Steve?
Gone home to bed.
Oh, it's a good idea. It's been quite a night.
Father Dowling, how could you do this to me?
What is it I've done now, Father Prestwick?
You didn't tell me Ian Bowles is a criminal.
I didn't know.
But I'd already announced him as the bishop's fundraiser. Frank, His Excellency was listening to the news. He heard. He called me. He's livid.
How livid?
He said there's no reason why the homeless should suffer as a result of my mistake. So he suggested that I go door to door and collect for the homeless myself.
For how long?
He mentioned the word forever. Frank, what am I going to do?
Get started.
Thank heavens you're here, sister. Come in.
One of those mornings, huh?
Oh, yes. Go on up.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Alice.
You're nothing but a pill pusher, filling me full of poison and mumbo-jumbo medicine. Now, you leave me alone. Get out, you lieutenant.
Looks like he's got some strength back.
I don't care if that old monster never takes his medicine.
At last, the only honest soul within shouting distance.
So what's this bull about you not taking your medicine?
What difference would it make? I'm dying anyway, you know that. No complaints, but I am.
Well, let God set the date, all right? Okay, I'm out of here.
There, Sister Strong Arm. Well,
Marie sent you another fruitcake.
with 2 drops of rum again. Like long-distance sex.
Mr. Hemming's worse men than you have tried to make me blush.
Early Christmas, eh?
Always glad to help.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's a lovely old tune, Mr. Hemmings, but it doesn't distract me one bit.
Ho, 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 ho. Knocking with 5, sister.
Caught me with 40. Well, the rich get richer. There you go.
I'll bankrupt the parish yet.
Mr. Hemmings? Mr. Hemmings? No! Mr. Hemmings?
At least he died happy.
To my long-suffering housekeeper, Alice Carmichael, I bequeath the sum of $50,000. To Marie Brody of St. Michael's Rectory, I leave $500 so she can put more rum in those fruitcakes of hers. To Father Frank Dowling of St. Michael's, I leave my gold watch so he can edit those long-winded sermons of his.
Dear Daddy had such a wonderful sense of humor.
So I see.
As for my oldest son, Harold Jr., I leave the sum of $50, which is more than anyone ever gave me. If he's finally learned how to handle money, maybe he can do something with this. To my daughter, Justine, I leave something she would do well to accept. A word of advice. You don't get something for nothing in this life, and certainly not from me. And last, my youngest son, Jake. I was always hoping to get something from him. A simple thank you would have sufficed, but I never did. So, Jake, I'm leaving you with 2 words. Thank you. You might try using them sometime.
Who gets the money?
My remaining liquid assets in the sum of $6 million, I leave in the trust of Sister Stephanie of St. Michael's to endow any worthy cause or causes of her choice. Unlike my 3 children, Sister Stephanie possesses that rare ability to actually recognize a worthy cause outside herself.
Sister, what'd you do? Promise the old man paradise?
Jake, surely the sister isn't going to go along with this.
I'm not.
You are? Well, you don't expect her to disobey your father's wishes now, do you?
She doesn't. We'll have her in court so fast her wimple will spin.
Excuse us, please.
I'm with you, Father.
But wait, surely it seems the will can be broken.
Oh, I'm afraid not. I'd have to attest that your father was of sound mind when he wrote it. Anyway, you can't touch the money. Your father transferred it to a trust fund months ago.
You're the family banker, Sarah. Is that true?
Several months ago, your father did establish the Families and Futures Trust.
Look, I realize this is a big disappointment, but it's what your father wanted, and there's nothing I can do.
We'll see about that.
$6 million? That's a huge responsibility. I'm not up to it.
Mr. Hemmings thought you were, and so do I.
What's so hard about giving away money? They do it in Washington all the time with their eyes shut.
I'm in position, all ready to go. Right, as soon as the crowd thins out. Don't worry, it's in the bag. Or should I say in the box. I'll check with you when it's over.
Go away. No, I told you before, will you please just go away?
Excuse me. Would you just skip sorry? Excuse me. Thank you.
Oh, come right in, Father.
Marie?
Yeah, that sounds like a very worthwhile cause. Why don't you submit it to writing to Sister Stephanie? Okay?
Well,
better than
welcome to the Wheel of Fortune.
St. Michael's
Give me in 12 languages.
No, she's not available. Why don't you just submit it in writing? And it... What? No, we don't have a fax machine.
You have to have cards, you have to put it in writing. Yeah, well, I realize that that's a lot of trouble. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, fine. Well, I'll be waiting at the mailbox.
That is the best idea today.
Well, it has been quite a morning. I have been closeted with the bishop for hours trying to determine which project should get first consideration.
Excuse me, Father Prestwick, but it seems to me that I remember Mr. Hemmings saying that he wanted Sister Stephanie to distribute this money.
Mr. Hemmings can rest assured his money is in good hands.
Yeah, mine. Father Prestwick, can I talk to you for a minute, privately? Look, Phil, first of all, you don't understand. This is not my money.
Father Prestwick. And of course it's your money, sister. Mr. Hemmings left it to you. Therefore, it belongs to the church. You took a vow of poverty.
No, I'm not keeping any of this. Mr. Hemmings trusted me to pick worthy causes, and that is what I'm going to do.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Well, you better believe it, Phil.
Father Prestwick, you realize I'll have to report this to the bishop?
Report it to whoever you want. I am not changing my mind.
And where is your respect for your vow of obedience?
That's the vow I've always had trouble with.
Excuse me? Sister Stephanie, we have to make that clothing pickup before we go to the DOC.
Right.
Wait, what is this DOC?
Department of Correction. Sister Stephanie and I have been doing some counseling at the various jails.
Oh,
Let it ring, Marie. The one thing you can count on is they'll call back.
I'm sure I left my glasses case in the chapel yesterday.
Goodbye.
I know it's a test. Bundles for Africa.
Beg your pardon?
Hey. Bundles for Africa.
No, there must be some mistake.
You're the bundle.
I'm not going to Africa.
Get in.
Ooh.
Yeah, in. Make a sound and I'll shut you up permanently.
Hello. What have we here?
Bundles for Africa.
Bundles for Africa? Oh, here, let me give you a hand. Thanks, Father. Oh, I hope to see you in church on Sunday.
If this is a real kidnapping and not some kind of a scavenger hunt, you're not as smart as you think you are. Who's gonna pay ransom for a nobody like me?
The nun with all the bread, you're important to her.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Trudy! Trudy! Keep an eye on her.
I don't like these things.
You don't have to like it.
Real sweetheart, huh?
You don't have to be scared.
You got a better idea?
It's me. I got her. She'd better be worth your old man's fortune to that nun.
She told Father Pressworth that she actually knew where the Holy Grail was.
Hey, Frank, look at this. Marie never lets anything boil over.
That's odd. Wonder where she can be.
Doesn't even set the table for lunch.
Oh, Father Pressworth, have you seen Marie?
No, but I haven't had a moment to breathe. More of those petitioners clogging the phones. And that shipping man who made the pickup for Bundles for Africa.
Bundles for Africa?
What pickup?
St. Michael's Rectory.
Sister Stephanie,
Yes.
we've got your housekeeper.
What? Pick up the phone.
Huh?
Is she all right?
She is for now. You want her to stay that way. You do exactly what I tell you. Someone joining us?
This is Father Dowling.
Okay, you can listen to. Listen good. You two want to see her again. You line up $6 million. You'll be hearing from me. And don't even think about going to the police.
Now, wait a minute. We want to talk to Marie.
I'll give her your best.
How do we know that you have her unless you let us talk to her?
Hello?
Marie, are you all
Are
right?
they treating you okay, Marie?
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm fine. The crumb bums don't scare me.
I know how much you care about Marie, but this job looks like the work of a pro, so will you let the professionals deal with it?
Sergeant, the actual kidnapper may have been a pro, but you can bet that one of the Hemmings family hired whoever it was to do it.
Maybe so, but we can't prove anything until we nail the kidnapper.
You should have seen Jake Hemmings and his sister turn against Steve after the will was read.
Yeah, and they warned us that they were going to get the money back.
I can't arrest anyone for that. Look, I'm putting on a covert watch here at the rectory and someone to monitor the phone. But once the ransom drop is arranged, we'll move in.
Oh, now really, Clancy. With Marie in danger, do you expect Steve and I to stand around and do nothing?
It would be very nice if you did, Father.
Let's go.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Alice. We're here to see Jake.
Won't you come in? If you'll just wait up here. Father Dowling and Sister Stephanie are here to see you.
What do they want now? The deed to the house? Get rid of it. You heard me.
Your lunch?
Who can eat?
Yes, sir. I'm afraid that Mr. Jake is unavailable.
I'll bet.
Let me help you with that tray, Alice.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that turnover looks scrumptious.
You really think so? I have a lot more in the kitchen. This way, Father. You must try them. They're my special recipe.
Well, if you insist.
Oh, Father, sit down, please.
Oh, thank you.
And what's a turnover without a nice cup of tea?
What indeed? It's like a ship without a sail.
Oh.
Tell me something, Alice. How long have you been with the family?
Yeah. Oh, that's all we need right now. The place will be crawling with cops. No, stay cool. I'll be right over.
You must have seen a good deal in those 23 years. If only these walls could talk, huh?
I'm not one to tell tales, Father. But I will say this about those 3 self-centered, spoiled children of his.
Father Frank.
Not now, sister.
Frank, it's important.
Not now, please. Oh, would you allow me? I never quite had lunch today. You and the walls were saying?
You won't think I'm a gossip.
Oh, perish the thought. Mr. Hemmings Jr. who caused his father so much grief.
He wasn't the only one, believe you me. I could tell you plenty about Miss Justine and her new Parameters computer company.
Alice, could you give me a lift downtown, please?
Oh, of course.
And maybe while we're driving, you can tell me a little bit about Justine's new Parameters.
Up to, honey? I'm looking for a job.
Oh, yeah? Why don't you go see the manager?
Is that the manager, the guy in the car?
Him? Nah, that's the owner. The other guy's the manager.
Owner doesn't spend a lot of time around here, huh?
He does when he has business.
Something wrong?
could be wrong.
Father Dowling, you're not inferring that someone in the Hemmings family is behind this.
Oh, no. I'm sure that despite their father's will, they're all financially sound. Aren't they?
Oh, excuse me. Father Dowling. What a pleasant surprise. Miss Coolidge?
Your escrow papers won't be ready until tomorrow, Mr. Hemmings. We tried to reach your office, but you'd already left.
Well, thank you. And what brings you here, Father?
Their housekeeper, Marie, was kidnapped this morning.
Oh, dear, how shocking.
This is very confidential, but I'm here to arrange for the ransom money. Look, I realize that $6 million in cash is a lot, but I'd be very grateful if you could make sure that the bank can get that much cash together.
Right away.
Good day, Father.
Oh, Mr. Hemmings, I'm sure you'll understand that I'm very upset about Marie, but I hope you won't be offended if I ask you a personal question.
Oh, no, whatever you want to know, Father.
Well, why are you in debt to the city's most notorious loan shark? Max Milgram is not your friendly credit union.
May I ask you how you know about myself and Mr. Milgram?
I have my sources.
All right. The truth is I made some bad investments, Father. And I was unable to secure a bank loan to cover them, and so I was forced to borrow from Max Milgram. I expected to pay him back for my inheritance.
Well, we can always find a place for an able-bodied girl like you. But there's one thing I got to tell you. The owner hires ex-cons. Gives them a chance to go straight. That bother you?
Well, I didn't put it on my application, but, I've done a little time myself.
One of the joints out west?
Real convent.
Question. Can you drive a truck?
Is the Pope Catholic?
Frankly, Father, I find your questions very hurtful.
Well, please forgive me. I'm really not myself today. You have to understand, Marie is so important to us.
You can see I'm doing a volume business. Why would I stoop to a kidnapping?
Why would you indeed? You're not at all upset about the fact that your stock is dropping.
How do you know my stock is dropping?
Oh, I have my sources. The Wall Street Journal.
You're a scamp, Father. The sad fact is I'm much too patient about collecting bills. And there are so many corrupt people in this world. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes. Yes, there are corrupt people.
이 사람이 손만 내.
진정해. 여사장이 그랬잖아. 꽃 던준다고. 그리고 여사장이 약속했어.
여사장 말은 어떻게 믿어?
해결한다 그랬어.
맨날 약속 안 했는데 회사에서 돈도 안 주고 어떻게 회사 말을 해?
사람아 누가 들으면 어떡하려고
나 한수간처나 믿을 수가 없고 내가 공부를
참자. 살고 이행하고
나도 안 돼. 그만 기다려. 어떻게 하는 거야? 도대체 회사하고 어떻게 하는
Do you have to go to work?
Won't look very good if I don't, will it?
No. That's too tight.
Trudy, I'm doing this.
Ouch! You're hurting her.
Trudy, I'm having a rough time here. You want to cooperate, please?
You got a real way with yourself, don't you? Out.
Come on, boys, bring him out.
Yeah, get that ladder. Yeah. Help me get. Go that way.
Good, kid. Go pick up your time card.
Good going, honey.
You know, Spilly, I know that broad from somewhere.
Oh, she's from out west. You just got out of the joint. Come on.
It'll come back to me. Funny, I can't remember that body, but I'll never forget that face.
What are you doing?
I am going to cook dinner for you and Father Dowling. How does Marie do this? A half a teaspoon of a half a cup of... I mean, you need to be a chemist.
You don't need to cook dinner, Father Prestwick.
Yes, I do. I need to make amends for the terrible thing I've done.
Well, nobody's blaming you.
No, you're all being very charitable. But I can see it on your faces. I mean, I'm the one who let that kidnapper walk right out the front door with Marie. I even helped him.
You didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, that poor woman. Imagine what she's going through at this very moment. I can't bear to think about it.
Father Prestwick.
Oh, I'll never forgive myself.
Well, I think you should. You haven't done anything wrong.
But I'm the one who...
Look, if I came in and I saw a guy who looked like a moving guy and he had a big crate that said Bundles for Africa on it, I would have thought he was legit. I would have helped him.
You would?
Yeah, so would Frank, so would anybody. You just happened to be the one who came in. You know, Marie would be the first one to say that this is not your fault.
She would?
Yeah, she would.
You're right. That is exactly what she'd say. I am going to make you the best dinner you've ever had.
Can't wait.
Sister Stephanie?
Yeah?
Oh, thank you for this little chat. I feel much better.
I'm glad, Father Prestwick.
Oh, please. Philip.
Phil. Where are you going?
Justine is up to something very mysterious at her computer plant. As I was leaving, I heard two of the workers arguing in Korean.
Well, that's a big help.
Oh, you forget. I was a chaplain in Korea.
I know I put that paprika somewhere.
Justine has not been meeting her payroll, and one of the workers is ready to quit, and the other one says that the problem will be solved within the next 24 hours.
Marie's ransom?
Who knows? But it certainly deserves another tour of the computer plant. A private tour. Oh, Steve, not again.
I think it was open. So far, so good.
Hey, look at this. It's not a dollar sign, but what is it?
That's the symbol for the rand, South African money.
Justine is selling to South Africa?
That's against federal law.
It's also very profitable. Uh-oh, I think we're in trouble.
여기 멈춰!
He wants us to stop.
Well, ignore him.
Okay.
What'd you say?
I told him to take it easy.
Father Dowling, I think you've gone a shade too far.
Well, what do you call selling computers to South Africa?
And letting your own company's stock go down without anyone becoming suspicious?
All right, everyone, freeze. FBI, you have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Oh, I suppose you're wondering what we're doing here.
You have the right to speak to an attorney, to have an attorney present during questioning.
I should have let them haul you in, too. I begged you to let us handle this.
Well, at least we know now that Justine isn't behind the kidnapping.
Sister,
Thank you, Sergeant. We'll always be grateful for your kindness.
Thank goodness I'm in at a pack of van lines.
Steve, that place is not for you. It's dangerous.
Frank, it's the only hope we've got.
Well, then I better go with you.
Oh, no.
Just to keep an eye on you. Don't worry. I'll stay out of sight. Come on.
I don't know why you kicked the habit, sister. But if anybody catches you in here, I'll skin you alive. Shh.
Who are you?
Look, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm an ex-con from the joint over there in Joliet. We even have priests come by for a visit, you know.
Yeah.
You made a big impression. I mean, look, I gotta get you out of here. Come on, let's go.
You again? What now, sister?
Jake, it's okay. She's okay.
I'm trying to find out which of your drivers kidnapped Marie for you.
For me?
Will you just hire ex-cons for brownie points, Jake?
I hired them because I'm an ex-con myself. I passed some bad checks a while back.
You know, I really want to believe you, Jake. I really do. What about that phone call you got yesterday that had you hightailing it over here?
Well, is there anything you don't know about? One of my drivers was filching from the customers. Ask Spellman.
Yeah, I believe you. If you tell me which one of your drivers drove truck number 12 yesterday.
Spellman's filing system. Dolph drove number 12 yesterday. But if he did the kidnapping, they won't even have to book him. I'll break his neck first.
I always mix a little ketchup with my mayonnaise.
Oh, well. Dolph's really picky about his food. Besides, his stomach has been bothering him a lot lately.
He has every reason to be nervous. Trudy, he's never gonna marry you. You know that, don't you?
Sure he will.
Well, why should he? You're his housekeeper already. And you're his lady friend. Men don't buy what they can borrow.
Dolph promised me as soon as we get this money.
And you believed him.
Well, yeah.
You're making a big mistake.
Bologna again? What's the matter? You got no imagination?
I thought you liked it.
We had bologna yesterday. You know, can we have a little variety? You know, salami maybe? No, that's too hard on my stomach. It's cheese. Cheese would be good.
Wait till you try the food in jail.
Dolph, can we get married right away? Dolph.
Trudy, why are you doing this? This is a very tense situation here. I don't want to talk about something like that right now.
Well, I want to talk about it.
You know, you're really getting on my nerves. You know that?
Where are you going?
To get a decent lunch.
Trudy, now you're a good girl at heart. I know that. For your own sake as much as mine, get me out of here. If you don't go to jail this time, you certainly will the next time.
Hey, Dolph! You got a phone call!
I'll be there. Thanks. I'll be back.
We gotta speed things up. The priest and the nun keep sniffing around. Who knows how close they're getting.
Fine by me. The old lady's trashing my home life.
It's all there. Just follow the game plan. When we phone you, you release the old lady.
Done.
That's Sarah from the bank.
I should have done this a long time ago. You've got to hurry.
Come with me.
No.
Trudy, this can only end badly for you. Men like Dolph care for themselves, period.
Hurry up and go, please.
Tie her up again.
You know, paying off Dolph in advance isn't the only odd move that Junior's made. From the minute that will was read, he and his Miss Coolidge have acted in a very desperate fashion. They arranged to have Marie kidnapped the next morning, and they're asking for every dollar that's in the trust fund.
It's not exactly low-profile body snatching, but greed is greed.
You know, I just wonder if that's all it is. You know something, Steve?
What?
What if they're trying to stop you from making any withdrawal from the fund, even the smallest amount?
You think so?
I'm not sure. Father Dowling.
Okay, we do business tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow's Saturday. The bank is closed.
Work it out. You'll find a suitcase in the vestibule to hold the $6 million. You'll hear from me.
Well?
He left a suitcase for the ransom.
Okay, that's fine.
6, 7, 8, 9, 6 million.
I appreciate your bringing the money here, Miss Coolidge. It seemed a lot safer than our coming to the bank.
Anything to help, Father.
Well, we knew you'd feel that way.
Now, if you just sign this withdrawal slip.
Oh, that's a lot of zeros.
Hello? May I ask who's calling? It's for you, Father. A very rough voice.
This is Father Dowling.
A dimwit priest at the rectory said I could reach you here. You got the money?
Yes.
Then leave it under the stairs to the elevated at the northwest corner of Wells and Van Buren.
Everything okay?
Yes, yes.
Well, you've been great, both of you.
I do hope everything goes smoothly.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck, Father.
Thank you.
Bye, Harold.
Bye, my sister. And it's all ours. Look at it.
Finally.
Not quite.
No wonder you paid off Dolph in advance. This wouldn't ransom a cat.
Well, there must be some mistake.
The mistake you made, Mr. Hemmings, was demanding every last dime that was supposed to be in that trust fund. Supposed to be, but you and Miss Sarah here had already embezzled all of your father's liquid assets.
And there is no money in the trust fund, is there? You took it and spent it before your father died.
Well, this is all absurd.
Kidnapping Marie was a clever but cruel, of stopping Sister Stephanie from withdrawing anything from an empty fund. That money you brought here today, that's the bank's money, isn't it?
And you almost got away with it. You had my withdrawal slip for $6 million. You were going to put back the bank $6 million. You were almost home free. Almost.
Harold, I think we need a lawyer.
Oh, I think that's good thinking.
I made a bargain with Trudy. She promised to go back to her family if I'd use my victim's rights to get her a suspended sentence.
Well, that's good bargaining, Marie.
Yeah, thank God you're safe, Marie.
Say, you folks must be starving.
Oh. Welcome home, Marie. You must be starving. My casserole is almost ready.
His casserole? Oh. I think I want to be kidnapped again.
うまい。素敵な味だ。
Mr. Okedo? Goodbye, sir.
さよなら。
Thank you.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Aspel. You got yourself a deal.
I suppose one can't stand in the way of progress.
One better not try. You sure you can deliver your end?
Of course. The titles and conveyances are already drawn up.
Good. Just as long as we understand each other, Mr. Aspel. Because I'm holding you personally responsible.
Sister Stephanie will be along any minute. You sure we can't give you a lift?
Yeah, that's all right, Father. I'll take a taxi.
If you can get one. I'll just wait along with you if you don't mind.
Not at all. You know, I feel a lot better now. It's been such a relief talking to you.
Well, being a good listener is just one of my jobs. I'm sure everything is going to work out just fine.
Well, it'll be great to see Aunt Em again. And as for the rest, well, I just hope I'm wrong about my cousin Paul.
Let me give you one of my cars in case you need any help.
I don't think so. And I'm not even Catholic.
Well, that's all right. They're good for non-Catholics, too.
Oh, can I offer you a lift?
No, thank you. Steve will be along any second now.
Well, goodbye, Father Dowling. Thanks so much. You almost turned this trip into a pleasure.
Goodbye, Miss Adams. Good luck.
Immediate loading and unloading of passengers only. No parking.
Hi. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How was the retreat?
It was wonderful. I renewed my spirit, got a little sun, and lost 6 pounds. But I'm glad to be home.
I'm glad you're home too, Frank. You know, while you were gone, Father Prestwick was going over the parish accounts.
$14 from the Altar Boys Fund, $37.50 from St. Simon's Foreign Missions Fund.
I told Father Prestwick that we used that money to make good what we borrowed from the Indian Missions Collection.
That's right. It's just a temporary loan.
But how do you expect to pay that back?
From the Catholic Services Relief Collection.
That ought to hold us till the end of the month.
And then what?
God will provide.
He better. Want me to take your case upstairs, Father?
Not yet, Marie. I brought souvenirs for all of you. The monastery publishes illuminated lives of the saints. Marie, I got you St. Teresa. St. Ignatius of Loyola for you, Steve. And for Father Prestwick.
What?
Well, I did get you St. Jude, but I'm afraid you're all out of luck.
Oh!
Because this is not my bag.
You lost your luggage, Frank.
There was a girl sitting next to me on a plane. She had the same bag as mine.
Frank, yours doesn't have this pocket on the side.
Oh.
You picked up the wrong bag, Father. Absent-minded.
She picked up the wrong bag, Marie. I picked up the one that was left.
It still amounts to the same thing, Frank. You have hers. She has yours with our gifts in it.
Wait, don't panic. Here's an address. Paul Aspel, 4629 Sheridan Road. I'll drive you, Frank.
Good detective work, Steve.
Maybe you'd like to take this with you, Father?
Oh, thank you, Marie.
And bring the right bag this time, will you, Frank?
You must be Mr. Aspel.
That's right. What can I do for you, Father? If this is a collection...
Oh, no. No, you see, I sat next to your cousin Lucy on the plane coming back from Phoenix this morning, and there was a mix-up at the airport, and somehow I wound up with her bag.
Well, it was very good of you to bring it over, Father...
Dowling.
What is it, Paul?
This is Father Dowling, Sybil.
How do you do?
He took Lucy's bag by mistake at the airport.
Well, actually, she
it's right here in the hall still. Our maid quit yesterday, and we haven't been able to find a replacement. Things have been in such turmoil. There you go, Father.
I wonder if I could say hello to Lucy as long as I'm here.
Oh, I'm afraid that's impossible. She was very tired after the trip. In fact, she wasn't feeling very well, so we had to put her to bed.
Oh. Well, I hope she's all right.
She's not in the best of health. She needs her rest. Well, thank you very much, Father. Goodbye.
Yes, thank you.
You will tell Lucy I stopped by.
We certainly will.
Yeah.
Did you get your bag back?
Yes.
Everything okay?
I suppose so.
Let me out of here. I have to see Aunt Em. Try not to make such a fuss, Lucy, dear. You'll ruin everything. I have to tell her the truth.
Lucy, you don't understand.
You brought it on yourself, dear. If you'd stayed in Phoenix where you belonged, none of this would be necessary. What are you doing? Hold her. Hold her! No, no! I should keep her in dreamland for a couple of hours.
Then what?
Don't worry, I've got more. We will just keep her knocked down until everything's taken care of.
Yeah, but it seems so cruel.
Darling, it is not as cruel as what would happen to us if we let her mess up this deal.
I know, but well, she is family after all.
Oh, this is the only way. Will you trust me? For both our sakes.
Frank, you can't continue to rob Peter to pay Paul. This accounting, this bookkeeping system is unbusinesslike.
Father Prestwick, I manage the books. It's all there in black and white. It comes out even every month.
No, the fact is that your outgo exceeds your income. What is this, $42 to Bailey's thrift shop for what? Mittens?
Mittens. Some of our kids don't have mittens. Their parents can't afford mittens.
Father Prestwick, we are a poor parish, all right? We have poor parishioners.
I'm well aware of that fact, sister. Simple economic fact is that if you continue to give everything away, you will be in the red. I have to go. I'll be back for dinner.
It's meatloaf, $3.50. Potatoes extra.
What?
Well, I'm just taking your advice to heart. You don't want us to be in the red, do you?
No, but... well, I was invited for dinner, wasn't I, Frank?
Of course you were, Phil. Sister Stephanie is just joking.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'll see you at dinner.
Sorry, Frank. I just couldn't help myself.
Sometimes you can be trying.
Is that what's bothering you?
No, it's Lucy Aspel.
Girl from the plane?
It just doesn't add up, Steve. According to her cousin, she's in poor health, but she didn't say anything about that to me. She seemed fine. She's worried about her family business.
What kind of family business?
Aunt Em's root beer.
Well, no kidding. I love that stuff.
Lucy's grandmother invented the secret formula. She's the original Aunt Em.
So what's the problem?
Well, her cousin, the one she went to see, he runs the business, and she doesn't trust him.
Why not?
She has this feeling that something funny is going on.
Frank, maybe you're seeing smoke where there isn't any fire.
Maybe I'll light a candle for her. St. Michael's.
Mother Dowling?
Who is this?
It's Lucy. Please, help me.
Well, what is it, Lucy? What's wrong?
They won't let me out of here. Please, you've got to come here.
Hello? 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 I have a feeling something was wrong and I was right. Lieutenant Foster, please. It's an emergency.
In a time when women were supposed to stay at home,
You leave my patient alone. He's doing just fine.
He's doing just fine, all right, Jake.
a courageous female doctor heads for the new frontier.
Never met no lady doctor.
I never met a gunfighter.
Defending those who are...
Frank, are you sure about this? You certainly don't think I'd be doing this if I wasn't sure, Bob.
I don't want to answer that question.
You again? Do you realize what time it is?
Mr. Aspel, I'm a police officer. May we come in, please?
We want to see Lucy.
It's the middle of the night. You must be joking.
She called me and said she's being held here against her will.
That's ridiculous.
If you don't mind, we would just like to check her out.
You have no right to enter my house without a warrant.
I made a complaint. Now, that gives you probable cause, doesn't it, Bob?
Frank? Mr. Aspel, please, let's don't make a federal case out of this. We just want to make sure that your cousin is all right.
Lucy? Well, of course she's all right. What's going on?
This misguided shepherd of his fellow man seems to think that Lucy is in some kind of trouble, so he brought the police.
Take it easy, Paul. Lucy's fine.
We'd like to see for ourselves.
You might as well. Already woken the whole house up. Come in.
Lucy, it's Father Dowling.
What are you doing here?
Well, you called me.
No, I didn't.
Miss Aspel, did you call Father Dowling and tell him that you are in danger and that he should come and get you?
Well, why would I do that?
Lucy, this man is a police officer. You don't have to be afraid to tell the truth.
I'm sorry, Father, but I don't know what you're talking about.
When we spoke on the plane, you said you were coming back here because you were worried about Mr. Aspel.
I was worried because I forgot his birthday. I thought he would be mad at me, that's all.
Lucy?
I'm sorry, Father, but you're mistaken.
Are you satisfied, officer? Now, may we all go back to bed, or must we stand here all night listening to this nonsense?
It is not nonsense. I know what she said. Now, what have you done to her?
Frank.
Please, officer. I'm sure Father Dowling meant well.
Miss Aspel, please, is there anything that you want to say to me or to Father Dowling?
No, except to thank you for bringing back my bag.
Mr. Aspel, I'm sorry about this.
Just get him out of here.
Sorry to bother you. Come on, Frank. Hey, Frank, come on.
Very good, Lucy.
Yes, very smart, too. For you and the priest.
You won't get away with this.
I'll take her upstairs.
There's something very wrong going on in there.
She said she was fine. What do you want from me?
Bob, I'm telling you, she's being held a prisoner in that house.
Hey, Frank, calm down, calm down. Whatever you may think, there is nothing more I can do. And you better not try either. In the car, Francis.
If you can't handle your end without me having to come all the way down here in the middle of the night to bail you out, then what do I need you for?
It wasn't our fault. The shot we gave her wore off. But it was only luck Sybil heard her coming down the stairs to phone.
There's too much at stake here. I do not want to have to depend on luck.
That's why we called you.
You should have gotten rid of that priest the first time he stuck his nose in.
Believe me, I tried.
I think everything turned out just fine. I think that Lucy convinced them. Don't you think so, Paul?
Yes, I'm sure that she did. You've got to understand, Mr. Williams, there is no way we could have known that she'd show up here in Chicago.
I don't want to hear any more alibis. Now, you just better be able to keep her out of the way from now on, because if you can't, I will. Any way I have to.
There's no need to take that tone, Mr. Williams. After all, you are a businessman. You're not a gangster.
The people I work for are businessmen. They can only go so far. They hire me to make sure their business comes out the way they want. And I can go just as far as I need to. Understood?
Yes, of course.
There's nothing to worry about. Everything is going to turn out fine. Let's all have a drink. Mr. Williams?
Just as long as we understand each other.
Father Dowling, I don't think you realize the seriousness of this situation. I mean, the bishop himself is making inquiries into St. Michael's finances. I'm supposed to meet him in half an hour.
Well, then you better go, Phil. You don't want to be late.
But what am I supposed to tell him?
Tell him we are not a profit-making concern.
Oh, sister, I think the bishop is well aware of that.
I hope you're right, Frank. I'll let you know what he says.
I'm sure you will, Phil.
Is Lieutenant Foster still mad at you, Frank?
No, he was very nice, considering that he thinks I'm crazy. Steve, we've got to find out what's going on in that house.
How?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Didn't you say that their maid quit, Frank?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. You're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
Why not?
Because it's too dangerous.
Frank, it's not dangerous. These people are not hoods, you know. Besides, you have a better idea?
Our standards here are very high, so I wanted to be certain that she is competent to perform her duties.
Well, she's very competent. Very competent.
How long was she with you?
About 3 years.
And did she get along well with her employers?
We've never had any complaints.
We need someone who's very neat. How would you rate Stephanie on that?
Well, if she weren't neat, she wouldn't be a very good maid now, would she?
I see. Well, thank you very much. Stephanie, this is Mr. Aspel. Paul, Stephanie will be replacing Edna.
I hope you'll be happy here, Stephanie.
Yes, sir. It's a big house, though.
Well, we just live on the first 2 floors. The 3rd floor is closed off. You see, there's just the 2 of us, so we really don't need all that room.
Yes, ma'am.
This is where Steve's working as a maid?
No, Marie, this is Aunt M's house.
Oh, just like in The Wizard of Oz.
No, like in root beer.
Really? Well, wouldn't you think she'd live in a fancier place than this?
Well, according to Lucy, she's somewhat eccentric.
Oh. Who are you?
I'm Father Dowling. I'm a friend of Lucy's.
Lucy's in Arizona.
No, she flew into town yesterday. I sat next to her on the plane.
I don't believe you. She would have come to see me.
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. She's at Mr. Aspel's house.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm a priest. I don't lie.
Let me get my purse. I want to see my granddaughter.
Won't you come in, please, ma'am? Father?
Thank you.
Aunt Em, what are you doing here?
Father Dowling told me Lucy was here. I want to see her.
Hello, Aunt Em. Father Dowling, what a surprise to see you again.
You'll be seeing a lot more of me, Miss Aspel, if matters remain the way they are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where is Lucy?
She's resting. She's not feeling well.
Is she ill?
Aunt Em.
Lucy. Oh, why didn't you tell me you were coming home? Why haven't you been to see me?
I'm so sorry. It was thoughtless of me.
It certainly was. Aunt Em, I told her to call you and let you know.
Then you should have called, Paul. Something wrong? Something you're not telling me?
Oh, of course not.
Everything's fine, Aunt Em.
What are you doing in Chicago?
Well,
Tell her, Lucy.
I heard that you were going to sell the company, and I just wanted to come back and make sure that everything was all right.
Oh, didn't Paul explain it to you?
Of course. I showed her the books just as I showed you.
Then you know we've been running in the red. Paul finally found a buyer for the company. It's the only way we can keep from having to shut down. Our employees need their jobs, Lucy.
And you're willing to sell out?
I've accepted it. We have no choice. The market is changing. We just can't compete anymore.
I can't believe Aunt Em's root beer is losing money.
Please, keep out of it, Father.
Behave yourself, Paul. If it hadn't been for Father Dowling, I wouldn't even know Lucy was here.
I'm so sorry, Aunt Em. Look, you go home now. I'll come and see you later.
Lucy?
Father Dowling, I appreciate you trying to help, but I really don't think there's anything you can do now except take her home. Please, Father.
You are tired, girl.
Yes, I better go lie down.
That's what she needs, Auntie. I'm a nice long rest.
I'll come see you when you're feeling better, dear.
Oh, I forgot my hat. I'll meet you at the car. What is going on here?
Nick, there's a goon with a gun behind the curtain. We better get out of here.
Oh.
It's like Union Station in this place. I'm getting her out of here. My boys are on their way over to pick her up.
All right, whatever you say.
Stephanie, we won't be needing you anymore today. You may go home.
Oh, well, I don't mind staying.
No, that won't be necessary. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'll get my things.
Let's follow that car, Marie. That might be the goon with the gun Steve was talking about.
Can you hear me? Oh. It's all right. I'm gonna help you. What did they give you?
Thanks, Marie. You can go back now.
All right, I kind of like chauffeuring you around town. It's a big change from housework.
Yes, but you must have a lot to do back at the rectory.
Yeah, I'm getting a little behind. Are you sure you'll be all right?
I'll be just fine. Thanks, Marie.
Okay, see you later.
にちは。
Ah.
こちら行きましょうね。
Oh, no thanks. I'm just looking around. No, but you don't understand.
行け早く行け
No, I-
一番箱が一番
Yes, but this
早く
All right, okay, it's all right.
こちら行きましょう。タオル。
一番な一番
はじめですか。はい、いいですよ。初めでも。はい、タオル。
墓だ脱いで
この着物を脱いでください。
脱いで
いいですよ。
脱いで脱いで
Oh, no, no, no.
Kimono
That's all
only.
right. I don't think so, no.
脱いで
Oh, well.
はい、いいですよ。
Mm.
綺麗な。
Oh, would you excuse us, please?
何ですか。
Yeah.
お、そうですね。
Yeah.
もう一度話があります。一番大事なものは時間表ですね。わかりましたか？
今晩6時に届けます。
The check will be delivered this evening at 6 o'clock.
Fine. I'll have everybody at Aspel's house at 6.
公式は今晩渡してください。これが一番重要なことです。
The formula also. That is what we are most interested in. It is a unique flavor.
Oh, yes. As of tomorrow, everything will be yours. Tell him not to worry.
心配しなくていいって言ってますよ。
私は商売のことは全然心配しません。それは他に任しています。
Mr. Hokkaido says he never worries about business. Let other people worry.
No, really, no, I can't stay. I'm late. I gotta.
どうしてですか。嬉しいね。
Look at this.
Yes, I'd like to make a collect call, please. 555-2822. I'll speak with anyone who answers.
I'll get it, Marie. St. Michael's Rectory. Yes, I'll accept the charges. Frank, where are you and why are you calling collect?
Father Dowling?
Shh, Marie.
What? Father, where are your clothes?
It's a long story, Marie.
I don't think anybody saw you, Frank. I pray to God nobody saw you.
What's going on around here anyway?
Father Prestwick will tell you all about it. The girls thought I was there for a massage.
Massage?
You had women massaging you? Oh, Frank, this is even worse than I thought.
They didn't do anything, Phil. I got out of there in a hurry.
Without your clothes?
Steve, where have you been?
They had Lucy tied up and drugged upstairs on the 3rd floor. When you and Aunt Em showed up, they got nervous. You know, they figured it was too dangerous to keep her in the house. So they put her outside and put her in a truck. And I was hiding in the truck.
Steve, I found out what they're up to. They're selling out Aunt Em's secret recipe for her root beer. Now, do you have any idea where they took Lucy?
Well, I couldn't see anything, Frank, but I was trying to work it out in my head. You know, I was counting the turns and trying to figure out how fast we were going. I think we ended up somewhere around Cicero Avenue.
Could you retrace the route?
Do you have a street map?
In my desk. Here we go.
All right. We turned right, then we went a couple of blocks onto a main street.
Yeah, this is probably Lawrence Avenue.
Yeah, and I think we went over some railroad tracks.
Right about here.
Yes, and then we turned right again, and that was it, I think.
Well, so it's somewhere in here, huh?
Unless I'm wrong.
Well, let's give it a try. Steve.
Aunt Em's root beer. Lucy's in there somewhere, Frank.
Have you ever wondered?
I have friends in very high places.
I don't see anybody, Frank. Not even I can open this kind of lock, Frank.
We've only got till 6 o'clock to stop Aunt Em from selling her formula.
Well, it's 5:30 now. What are we gonna do?
What do you want?
I'm from St. Michael's.
From what?
St. Michael's. I'm here for the donation.
What did you say?
I can't hear you. You'll have to open the door.
All right, what?
I'm from St. Michael's. I'm here to pick up the donation.
What donation?
Didn't Mr. Aspel tell you? Well, you are the watchman, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm the watchman, but I don't know nothing about donations.
Well, I don't understand. Mr. Aspel promised us 12 cases of root beer. We're holding our annual Altar Society picnic.
You don't understand. Go away.
Well, there must be some mistake. If I could use your phone and call Mr. Aspel.
We don't have no phone. Now, I'm not going to tell you again. Get lost.
You know, I've been very nice up to now. But a promise is an enforceable contract under the law. And if I don't get my dozen cases of root beer, I'm coming back here with a writ and a U.S. Marshal to serve it.
Take it easy. You want some root beer? We got plenty of root beer.
Don't worry, I'm here to help you. I'm gonna get you out of here, all right? Be careful. There you go. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right? Here's your root beer. Come on, I'll help you load up.
It's very nice of you to take these out to the car for me.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, no. Look, I can explain. If you'll just let go of me and put that gun away.
You ain't no priest.
Yes, I am, and I've got credentials to prove it.
Let's get out of here. Frank, get Lucy to the car. I'll keep him busy. Let's go, Frank.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Let's just say that's one guy who's not going to be drinking root beer anytime soon.
He should be here by now.
Relax.
Have you heard from them?
Oh, don't worry about them. They're always punctual. What about your little old lady and her formula?
She will be here at 6, and she will bring the formula with her.
Yes, well, she'd better be.
And you're right on time.
I want to get this over with.
Of course.
Is Lucy here?
No. She had a few things to take care of, but she'll be along shortly, I'm sure. Come and meet the buyers.
How do you do?
お会いできて嬉しく思っています、アスパルさん。
Wait!
Don't give them the formula.
Where have you been?
They kidnapped her.
And he tricked you into selling the company.
Is this true?
Well, Why don't you answer that, Sybil?
Not without an attorney.
I'm going to call the police.
No. No, you're not.
Don't you know when you've lost?
I haven't lost anything. Get out of my way.
You keep him covered. I'm going to go call the police.
Don't worry, Frank. One false move will let him go another round with Mr. Hokkaido. $22.15. $31.04.
I'll get it.
You're putting the decimal in the wrong place, Father.
With or without the decimal, we are in the red. Frank, did you hear me?
In the red. St. Thomas Aquinas is turning their recreation hall into a shelter for the homeless.
What a good idea.
St. Thomas Aquinas is not in the red.
Lucy, what a pleasant surprise.
Hi, Father. I just wanted to stop by with a little token of my appreciation for all that you've done.
They got a truckload of root beer. They got 40 cases they want to stack in my kitchen.
Oh, that's so thoughtful of you.
Well, now that Paul and Sybil are going to jail, Aunt Em wants me to run her company.
Oh, Lucy, that's wonderful.
Oh, delightful. I love Aunt Em's root beer.
Oh, Lucy Aspel, this is Father Philip Prestwick.
How do you do?
Congratulations, Miss Aspel, and good luck in all of your endeavors.
Thank you.
Got enough root beer to float a battleship.
You know, Frank, if it's okay with Lucy, we could raffle that off. We could put St. Michael's back in the black.
I think it's a great idea.
There you see, Phil. I told you God would provide.
At